is. I'm just stupid. That's good to know. I forgot to unmute my microphone as well. So that's on me. What was I fucking doing? Oh, it was this dickhead. Okay, and I was supposed to knock him out because something, but I'm too overweight. So here's what I'm gonna do.
God bless.
For now, I guess. I'm gonna put my stuff in the chest so that I can run after him. And then I will do all the shenanigans, knock him out, take all his money and shit, like everyone tells me to. Wow, I am heavy. Okay, for now, let's transfer. I really have to remember to grab this. And then drink the little weak fox potion so I can pass all the dialogue and then still knock him out.
Now you're
Blah, blah, blah,
so
blah,
cut.
blah, blah, blah,
Start
blah, blah, blah,
The
blah,
whole
talk
as soon he
everything,
any so he
blah.
why
I
did
know
this
who
and
your
they were
name is,
even
I
less
know your
happy
existence,
when he
I know
started.
your
I'm
home.
think
So you
Read
did
the
I
song of your soul.
wasn't it?
Sigismund he trust on love.
Siggy, blah, blah, blah,
What
blah,
was it?
blah,
Surprise
blah,
and to
blah,
in the
blah,
and when
blah.
so
You were part
What
of
you
the
stole
Files,
it's
you
it's simple.
committed war crimes.
About-
you
yes,
got
I got-
evidence
I see.
already,
Will you-
You're give me all your
How
money.
much will you?
How much do you your skin? I hope you're happy. You've already
Is that all?
Aye.
I'm sure you. Don't tell me.
You must be here it is. I'll be on my way.
Letters,
I
blah,
hope
blah, 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 blah. I will let you
Likewise.
go. And then I'm told to knock him out. Wait, no, I can't knock him out. Why is he so fast? I'm too over. Fuck me in my entire life.
Right.
I guess I need to be crouching as he runs by. Why is everyone telling me to knock his ass out? Like, seriously.
Now you're
Ah!
so cut.
the whole thing was all as soon he anyone so he
Why did
the sit and they were even I must think what
So you agreed?
did I hate
What was his plan?
surprise and to in the and when some
Wasn't he?
Sigis he trust on
What you?
stop
What?
it's you
Genuine.
it's sim no
About?
yes
I got.
will you give me
How much we?
how much I hope you're happy you've already
Is that all?
aye
I'm don't.
you must hear it I'll be on I hope
Likewise.
I need to get in front of him and just block the ladder. No, no. That's impossible. Do I have to block him in the... Why is he fucking sprint like a fucking asshat?
God grant you health.
I just want to fucking take all the extra loot off of him. Like everyone's like, oh yeah, here's 1,000 gold and other letters and a secret inventory. And fucking 8 golden dildos up his ass. Like, fuck if I know.
Have you had it? Now you're...
Ah!
So,
So as soon he anyone. So he.
about the...
Yes.
I got into...
Will you give?
How much?
How much? I hope you've all.
Is that all?
Aye.
All right.
I'll be on. I hope.
Likewise.
Oh, god damn it. Dude, this is such bullshit. How the fuck am I supposed to knock him ass out? He's literally sprinting. I don't think it's doable. I literally don't think it's doable. I think the game dev said, hey, fuck you. You guys are fucking assholes. You're not supposed to do the game like this. They fucking watched your shitty fucking gameplay priors and they're like, oh, we know what to do now. Look at you guys. Yeah, Niksu, I don't think I can knock his ass out. I think
Have you-
they watched
Now
the
you're-
fucking
Ah!
shitty gameplay and they're like, oh,
So can't...
it's not how you're
The
supposed
whole.
to
As
do it.
he any. So he can.
About...
Yes.
I got...
Aye.
He's
Will you
fucking
give?
literally booking it.
How much?
How much? I hope you've all.
Is that-
Aye.
All right.
I'll be on. I hope.
Likewise.
See? Like, what the fuck am I... How the fuck am I supposed to do that? And then when I'm sprinting, I can't fucking knock his ass out because you're sprinting. How are you supposed to knock him out? He's running. Is he walking in your game? Because he's full on fucking sprinting in mine.
You better go to the guard.
You're not tunning. You mean turning?
Now you're...
Ah!
So can't... Start...
The whole. As soon he anyone. So he can.
About...
Yes.
I got...
I see. Will you give me?
How much we...
How much? I hope you've all.
Is that all?
Aye.
All right.
I'll be on. I.
Likewise.
See, I'm fucking spamming. Okay, yeah, okay, let me show you what happens when I run after him. It's not gonna give me the fucking option to fucking knock his ass out, because you need a crouch. Watch, I'll drop all my shit in the chest, because I've done this now 3 fucking times, trying to run after him, and it doesn't let you fucking do that. Dumbest fucking shit ever. And then he immediately gets on his horse and is gone. And unless I want to go deposit his fucking horse, like... Yeah, I guess I have to go fucking sell his horse. Oh, fuck. Or maybe we don't kill a horse for armor that looks like it sucks fucking dick. Like, literally, the armor on that horse is worth like fucking what? Like a penny? A penny and a shilling? maybe a tenth of a groschen. A sad boy. I need to drop more stuff. Ah, fuck, that's Miles.
Quick!
It shall not be slain.
Keep it up!
It does not deserve it. It is but a pretty gentle creature.
Die!
It's okay, just enjoy the clouds. Enjoy the silence of nature.
Keep it up!
This isn't like the best armor in the game,
Quick!
correct? Like just before I actually do this. Like if it's viable armor, I'm not gonna be that upset. But like not the best. Okay, then I definitely am not gonna do it. I have more respect for fucking video game animals. Like I don't like kicking chickens or dogs or shit if I don't have to.
Come on! Die!
Alright, give me all your fucking money.
Whoa, whoa.
Here's a horse. I wish I could take off the saddle. Like, while I'm on the horse, there would be an option to, like, access their horse's inventory. You know? So I didn't have to fucking, like... Well, it's not that. I'll take the 1K for it.
About a day.
I have a horse.
What are you look?
I want to.
As is got.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Given the risk. Is this enough?
That's model. Well, here's the amount we agreed. We'll take care. Stop the whistling.
Alright, it's gonna be much faster. I'll get back.
Ja!
Probably exactly has some speed and stamina. You didn't see that. Yeah, no worries. Take
Go!
it.
Whoa!
We're gonna gut you, you horse son! Christ, shit! Now! Somebody, please!
Well, that was a pretty easy fight. I didn't expect to see you, sir. But congrats.
You alright, mate?
I am?
Wait, you're the unlucky one, aren't you?
Aye, that's me, all right. You saw that, didn't you? I have nothing for anyone to steal.
Damn,
Thanks
bro.
to you, though. At least I'm
Second
not
time I
dead.
saved his ass.
Much obliged. Unfortunately, I have nothing.
No matter. Just take care of yourself. You might not be so fortunate next time.
I'll try. What?
Guardian Angel.
You can call me your guardian angel.
That's not a bad idea. Thanks again.
What was that? Oh, this guy just literally doesn't even have anything fucking worth it on him. Him, on the other hand. Ooh, mama. Is it under him? Ah, fuck. Wait, no, that's not. Oh, I need belladonna. I always need belladonna. That other guy's weapon. There it is. Good thing I was looking for that. That thing is worth a pretty fucking penny. God damn it, I'm overweight again. Fuck. Shit. Oh, I guess I'm walking. And then I'm gonna drop off all the shit in my inventory, my fucking horse's inventory. My fight. Seriously, that place didn't have an inn?
Whoa, whoa.
Greetings, Henry.
Tell me.
I'm sorry. You knew him as much as I did, didn't you? The arrow always protected him.
Aye.
At least it was supposed to.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Is that better? I'm using a headset mic today. I'm not at home. Yeah, headset mic be headset mic. Sorry about that, bro. Not a lot I can do about that. I'm dog sitting Silverado. They're leaving tomorrow morning. Also, so I'm trying to not be too loud, so that also might contribute to the audio sounding less than pristine.
I reckon it'll be a late one again.
Indeed I am. I am downstairs right now. God, there's so much fucking inventory to move.
I hope it's a quiet evening. Here we are. Good. Aye. Not a bad day.
No. Why? A lovely tree like that. It's a nice place to rest when you're passing by. Jealous bit of trade far and wide.
Some noble was resting under it. Not for shade, but because it was pissing down.
All the more reason to leave it be, no?
Aye, but the weather had been stormy.
There's no point going anywhere.
Alright, now I can
Old weathercock. Who? He used to travel with us. Fella,
go
God
back
knew it. He
Good to
knew
see
exactly
you.
what the weather would be like.
I've heard
to
say some folks can tell
dickhead.
Greetings.
Oh yeah, and Saturday we'll do the 3-hour video. Well, why not? We'll make a long history stream. But it better be a good video. Full of lots of battles and not too much lore. I want more battles, less lore. Alright, because while lore is cool, it's like I can't make lore predictions as well as battle predictions. You know? You Konoskos? Yeah, you Konoskos.
Quick.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, at least you still have the whole weekend. Don't mind me just slowly picking everything up. Premium gameplay experience. What is... Nothing over there. Silly donkey. I could have sworn I dropped more. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, I'm gonna save. Oh my god, what? I took fall damage? What? 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 I didn't think I fell that far. What? Wait, where'd he go? Oh, he didn't wait the whole time. Shit. Okay, fuck. he doesn't wait the whole time. Why doesn't he wait the whole time? Dude, this is such horse crap. He's already gone. Where did he go? Where did he fucking go? I fucking hate this part. Dude, it's like... No, shut the fuck up. I literally have to reload for like the 50th fucking time, dude. It's like, oh hey, yeah, we're gonna place you in the middle of fucking nowhere, and you're just not gonna have anywhere to put your inventory because the 3 nearest cities actually they don't have inns. They don't have inns because we yeah. Oh my fucking god. Like seriously, inventory fucking weight being any kind of fucking in-game thing. So he's invincible for gunshots, but he will randomly just leave if you take too long because you are put in the middle of nowhere and you kill everyone. Ah, fuck. It'd be a lot easier if, isn't the whole point to do it stealthily so you don't ruin your reputation? I thought the whole point was to not fight. You know, I'm just gonna punch him and see if
Now you're... So calm down. Start talking.
The whole thing was Ulrich's idea. As soon as he became sick, anyone who was... So he came...
Why did he come to you?
The sit... And they were even less... I'm a strange thing. So did I hate...
Wasn't he...
Sig is he trust on...
What was it?
Surprise. And to in the end when...
What are you doing?
Stop. It's you.
Genuine?
It's No.
About?
Yes.
I got into...
I see. Will you give...
How much...
How much... Your skin... I hope you've already...
Is that all?
Aye.
I'm sure... Don't...
You must hear it. I hope...
Like what?
he keeps running. Like, I fucking punched him twice. What the fuck is, like... What am I even supposed to do? It just, he auto fucking dips. Seriously, game devs have literally just watched everyone else's gameplay and decided...
You'd better go before the guards find you. God bless. Jesus Christ! What are you doing here? Who are you? Where are the guards?
Now you're...
Oh,
So, start...
the whole as he anyone so he can what the sit and they I must think
So you agree...
did I
Wasn't he a...
think he trust on love
What was...
surprise and to kill in the air and when so
What you...
stop it's you it's nope
About the...
yes
I got...
will you give
How much would...
how much do you're I hope you're happy you've already
Is that all?
I
I'm stunned.
you must hear it is I'll be on I hope
Like...
Oh, God damn it. Is he dead? Did he actually die from me punching him? Dude, why is he fucking permanently in fucking sprint mode? How is he dead? I just punched him 3 times. I just punched him like fucking once.
Right.
Yeah, wonderful game design. Hey, we basically designed this account so that if you don't kill the horse, he's in a permanent sprint, and you can never get that second letter, even if you pull up the first letter with the dialogue. Yeah, we're the wisest game designers. We love animal farming at this point. Like, fuck, dude. It's like, oh, if you move the horse, he's gone, but if you shoot the horse, you get fucking triple the fucking loot. It's like the fucking weird ass quest, like it's skinning a fucking dog at nighttime, like. I don't know, someone who's fucking coding this shit does not like animals. Dude, you were literally forcing me to shoot a fucking horse. Because otherwise, if I don't, he's in a permanent run animation and I cannot catch him. Where'd the horse even go? There's not even a horse here anymore. There's not even a horse here anymore. Where'd the fucking horse go? Yeah, no. It's more about the game forcing me to do something. I don't like games just like, oh, there's only one way to fucking do it, otherwise nothing's gonna work the way we want it to. Whoa. It's like the whole fucking shit. Oh yeah, you got a dog skin at nighttime, but it wasn't good enough because it wasn't one that you killed a certain way. Like, same with the first game. Other dumb shit like that. Now the horse isn't even fucking here anymore. It's crazy how the one guy fucking running is making unfucking robbable. Because you can't fucking try to knock a guy out from the front, you can only do it from behind, right? Alright, whatever, his horse has gone missing. more like the first fucking video game that is almost so strict in some of its fucking requirements. I have games where there's dialogue boxes telling you exactly what to do, and if you don't complete those exact number of things, it doesn't work. And and this is still more stringent because it decides to code the NPCs in a way where the NPCs have this oh, I am this unique entity and I do things a certain way, but half the time it fucks everything else up. He's an immortal object that I can't kill, but I also can't just fucking knock his ass out here. I have to dialogue with him, but when I punch him later, right, when I punch him later, it doesn't actually trigger the fucking knockout option half the time, because he's staggered in front of me, which means I have to get behind him. But if I'm behind him, I can't punch him because he's faster than me. And oh wait, why is he running? Because there's a horse there that he can magically get on and turbo away on, which it's not visible to me right now. Watch, I'll walk back up there. It'll be magically gone and stuff. This is just the king of poor game design. Oh my fucking god, and what have I explained? Now that there's... it requires me to kill the fucking horse. Wait, you have to kill it again? You're missing the whole fucking point of this. You're missing the whole fucking point. The game is like, listen, if you don't kill this fucking horse in this specific way, you are never gonna get to catch this guy. That is bad game design. It's if you punch and stagger him, it doesn't let you trigger the other thing because, whoa, who knows why. It has the thing flash up, and if you press it, see, this horse is magically still fucking gone. But he's gonna run out, and there's gonna be a horse there. Watch. There is no horse there. Because KDC, in its infinite wisdom and game design, can't even be consistent with loading entities. Did this in the first fucking game, too. Did it with fucking Quest. Did it with fucking a lot of shit. Like, this is almost such a good game, but then it has these one fucking like individual little quests that are like so poorly coded that it doesn't matter what you do. Like the one fucking one at the end of the DLC with the
Have you had enough, Buresh?
like the fucking guy with the really cool armor. The mercenaries always bleed out on the way back, no matter what. I killed every single enemy in under 5 seconds. Gave them all potions of healing beforehand. All of them still die. Like they're as you try to really fucking
Mercy!
Now you'll stop. So
Give me a moment.
start talking.
The whole thing. As soon as...
like literally, I'll show you in the first. I'll reload the first game tomorrow for you, and I'll show you this whole DLC experience that I went through because I could literally kill every single one of them in a second, and it makes no difference. There's always someone who bleeds out. It's the dumbest fucking game design.
He grabbed any... So he kept...
Why did he come?
The sit... And they were... I'm think...
About?
Yes.
I got in.
I see. Will you give...
How much?
How much? I hope you've all... I...
Exactly as you say, and it's still not.
Sure you have.
Oh,
No.
I'll be on... I hope...
oh, lovely.
Farewell.
See, look, he somehow magically unstaggered himself, right? That totally makes sense. And it's not triggering a rob option. Because why would it? Why would it? Right? I'm just behind him. Oh, but watch, this horse who wasn't there is probably gonna magically spawn out of nowhere. What? Like, literally, watch that fucking literally be the case. But no, this is perfect game design. This is peak devs. finally, he's limping. Luckily, his horse didn't just magically fucking teleport in for once. Oh yeah, you want to explain where his horse magically teleported to, Niksu? You want to explain the entity loading of the game first, before we continue with this? Yeah. That's what I thought. I'll take a couple of it. I like the color. The game requiring me to move or shoot or murder a horse is a dumb requirement. And also his horse has magically disappeared, which is also dumb. But you know, that doesn't count, right? The horse magically teleporting through time and space to disappear when we reload the game doesn't count, right? You mean reloading a save? I don't think reloading a save is supposed to cause sellable entities like horses to disappear. That's all I'm saying. Not that deep, not that deep. You mean more like the game can't keep its fucking spaghetti code straight half the time?
Oh, you can't rob him when he's doing this, but as soon as he's outside, you can, because the way we code this event is this, and that, and this.
Are you being held prisoner? What are you doing? Get out of here.
You don't have to.
What about
I talked to Bert.
What?
I came to get evidence. I should take a look. Counterfeit.
What do you mean?
It's
Everything we do here.
Same shit that drove me off the fucking first game, despite all the other good storytelling. It's like these random fucking instances of spaghetti-ass code. I'll cry you 8 rivers.
Clean.
Except you're minting.
How are we to know where it comes? We just pawns. We're not hurting anybody.
Nobody's saying any different.
Caused fucking Atlantis in America to become the fucking underwater Atlantis.
Like I said, the guards are dead.
Hang on. You just want. We can't just walk away.
Dean, you can't just leave.
Tell me.
Look.
How did you
Through we well and the
Who's
they're the one you did. We're well.
What?
Well, it's just.
Don't you?
Not really. Even we've got.
Why don't
We and we're.
I'll take the when I'm.
You reckon? Then, I mean, I.
That. That's everything in here. More brush. And just individually pick up all of these. Peak gameplay. Totally not a waste of time. I can't pick up that pile of brush. Damn. I should probably read those letters I fucking stole off of that guy's corpse. Or I guess it's not corpse, but... talking about me. Was that it? I feel like there's supposed to be more here for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why it feels like it's supposed to be more. Probably all there is. Tin double. Nice. Niksu, can you tell me if there's any other loot down here I'm missing? Because I already missed out on the fucking horse. And, like, a whole armored set of fucking people that I kicked their ass. And 800 million other groschen. Oh! I hate mines. Get lost in them. Children are not born for the mines. They do not yearn for them. Read the books, the letter, and the groschen print thing. I got all of that. Is there like an extra loot area as more of them? I wonder. Hey, Niksu, do you think the game kept the horse sold? Because it didn't show up again after that. And I think I have more money than I'm supposed to. I thought I only had 5. I think I have. Well, I'm already overweight, so might as well pick this up and slowly walk. figure out if I can do a video at the same time as I play the game. What if I make the window tight? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to walk while we do it. Alright, send over the video. Yeah, I'm gonna turn down the audio a bunch because I'm gonna be a little lame shithead here. 24-minute one. Oh, same battle. That's weird. Yeah, send it on. display. Why not? Okay, let's do that. And you're gonna watch the most.
1453 marks a conclusion to the age of medieval Europe and the beginning of the early modern age, characterized by the feudal system's decline, increased economic prosperity, and more centralized government. It was famously the year which saw Constantinople's final fall, but that wasn't the only earth-shaking event taking place in 1453.
Send the 32-minute one while I'm slowly doing this walk. Send the 32-minute one. Dude, the walking's gonna take fucking like 10 minutes. Like, I don't want to just spend 10 minutes walking. I mean, we'll see the scenery. I'll look left so that we can see what I'm supposed to see in front of me, you know? Over there in the distance. Alright. Alright, send me the 32-minute video since you're putting up with my walking animation. You get the good video. You get the good boy video. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, it's hilarious. So, any plans this weekend? I'm probably just gonna be like eating Jersey Mike's and like sitting here playing video games and streaming the whole weekend. What about you? Oh yeah, I'm house sitting, remember? So my girlfriend's gonna be gone, so on my entire weekend I'm just gonna be playing video games, streaming. Like just, except when I'm eating food. So yeah, we'll probably get the whole 3-hour, or the 2-hour video done in one session. It's nice. Listen, you know, one day, eventually, when me and her live together, it would be a lot more feasible for me just to do that because we're just together and I don't have to drive everywhere and drive back and forth. And just, I wish I lived with her already. It'd be nice. Waiting for my new job, which doesn't start until like April. same sentiments one day.
Hail Mary. Come on now.
Oh, come on, please. There's no one here to sell my shit to. Oh. Oh. Ah. Okay, no. It doesn't mean you have to buy costumes. Okay, there's different kinds of cosplays, and there's cosplays that you can build at home and make out of normal clothes. And then also, a lot of people like making their own cosplays. There's wig making, which you can just buy a cheap wig online, and you have to learn how to, apply hairspray and stuff. Then there's, you can learn sewing and, leather working and, a lot of different techniques. A lot of bot costumes kind of look a little shabby. Oh, and any bot costume cannot be entered into a cosplay contest. Or it can, but it gets points deducted. You only get points for anything you make yourself for most cosplay contests.
Greetings.
Want to be riding my horse. Oh yeah, good material is kind of costly. Murder this fellow and didn't take any of the coal. So weird. It's pretty cool. You guys should go to. Did you guys go to the Renaissance fairs at all? They have a Ren fair every year. By SoCal, or not by SoCal, in SoCal. I know because I go. It's fun. I recommend. Dress up as night. What? Dude, she should totally go. It's just like a fun fair. You dress up, you fucking throw some spears, you eat some fucking peasant food, overpriced peasant food. Okay, I said peasant food. Let's be honest, the Ren Fair food hasn't been great, and it is kind of pricey. But it is what it is, The rest of the event's pretty cool. And then there's all the shows, and then there's the dress-up people. Yeah, dude, the prices fucking are getting more expensive, too. It's fucking ridiculous. It almost doesn't feel worth it to, fucking go and buy shit there. Especially, some of the, especially some of the merchandise or products, because I could feel like I find them fucking online for half the price, and I'm I want to support a small business, but I also don't want to be broke. $100 fucking wooden cup with resin. Yeah, no. You know, I haven't seen, I only ever see the jousting tournaments, in the back. Or like the fights back there. Are you referring to the other ones? Or... Because God, honestly, you gotta get early, otherwise you don't get fucking seats for that event at all. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool, it's pretty cool. You know, my girlfriend's family, they really love to go to medieval times. Same with, like, Excalibur and, like, you know, all that, themed knight stuffs. I like it too, it's pretty fun, not gonna lie. I've never gotten the team that won once, though. I'm always on the losing seat. Jesus, that only took fucking 12 business days to walk. Yeah, I'm gonna watch a video after this, and I'm gonna go to bed after that. Ugh.
Ave Maria.
Oh, what was that like? Tell me about the medieval fair in Europe.
You don't have the coin? All right, bastard. Come on, then. How it works.
You're a dead man. As much as I did, didn't you? The arrow always protected him.
Aye.
At least, it was supposed to.
Better.
I just don't know.
I hate sweeping.
Sheikska, you slut. Get out of the way. You two dried dick.
Day is never
If you
ending.
wasn't so obsessed with them fucking caravans, Corel might still be alive.
Don't get my blood up. Don't forget who
Oh
you're.
my god, everyone in my fucking party is in my fucking way.
You know what'll happen now. These days, no one's ever really said no.
Come on then.
Everyone doesn't hurt anyone else.
Oh, that sounds really fucking classy. I used to love archery. I used to do a ton of it as a kid. Same with horse riding and all that other stuff. The scouts did good with that at least.
Without him, we're fucked entirely. We couldn't even rob a sleeping pilgrim of his boots.
The shows were pretty big fields, so even if you went late, you could see them. Oh, dude, that's really nice. Like, the one issue I have with the Ren Fair is it's so fucking packed, dude. There's so many fucking people. Like, I feel like I can't breathe during the show. Or, actually, sometimes during the fair itself. It's just like, I walk 2 feet and I'm seeing, you know, some fucking hairy dude's legs. 2 other feet over to the left, I'm seeing, like, you know, classically dressed, you know, Victorian person. And then over to the left, I see someone cosplaying as like some elf lady.
You cannot leave me with the empty belly.
You filled out quite a bit since you came here.
Oh, what kind of tattoos did your girlfriend want to get? You say medieval, but that's very vague and nondescript.
moment.
Yeah, sometimes it's just really hard to make a choice, and that indecision makes it, you end up with nothing. I can see how that could happen. Alright, I saved time for video.
It's a late August day in the year of 1346. The men of Edward III formed up across
Okay, so flat plains, no terrain changes, no ditches. Okay.
a low ridge, spy the disciplined ranks of Genoese crossbowmen, moving
Ooh, this is a row of crossbowmen? That's fucking scary. That's just basically slowly advancing with a fucking one-shot gun on all these fuckers. Man. Blue looks like they're gonna win, but we'll see.
purposely towards them. After them, the massed ranks of hot-headed cavalry under the leadership of King Philippe of France's brother, the Duke of
The question is, though, I guess, are these guys going to extend too far? These come in, smash, or these guys engage in melee? These guys come in too late. Maybe there's a hidden troop line somewhere in the woods here. Yeah, blue has double the troop. I'm trying to... I have a feeling that blue's gonna fuck up somehow, though. That's how it tends to go when they have too many troops. They get overconfident in their troop numbers. We'll see.
Alençon. The English stand poised, if nervous, as the first bolts are loosed, answering with a hail of arrows from their longbowmen. For Edward, he held a strong position, but could not help balk slightly at the sheer numbers of men-at-arms against him. For Philippe, he had finally cornered his presumptuous vassal, his mind set on humbling Edward to the greatest extremity. It had been a long march for both sides, and now both armies resolved to do battle near a place called Crécy. But first, a warm welcome to a returning those that haven't. By early 1345, nearly half a decade had lapsed since the failure of King Edward's Tournai campaign, in which his army, under Robert of Artois, was decisively defeated at Saint-Omer, and the citizens and garrison of Tournai had outlasted Edward's siege. The focus had shifted to the succession war in Brittany in the intervening years. However, by the middle of the decade, King Edward resolved to attack the French kingdom on 3 fronts. In the northwest, the Earl of Northampton would enter Brittany, while Edward himself would similarly strike into northern France. The Third Army, which we shall focus on for the time being, would earn a golden reputation in the Gascon theatre under the talented command of Henry of Lancaster, then Earl of Derby. For King Edward, his lands in southwestern France were undoubtedly the jewel of his domains. In previous times, of course, the sway of the English monarchs had extended across much of France, yet with the collapse of the Angevin Empire under the inauspicious reign of John, the French monarchs had mostly cut down major English possessions to these rich lands. Culturally and linguistically, Edward's vassal Gascons had little in common with their king, based in the north, and were happy under the direct suzerainty of Edward rather than Philippe. A remote English monarch certainly trumped an interfering French one, though the French kings, for their part, always eyed Gascony hungrily. For Edward, Gascony was a matter of financial life or death. Pre-war, around 1,000 vessels per year set sail from Gascony, their holds crammed with, among other things, some 80,000 tons of wine. Perhaps more impressively still, Bordeaux's population outshone London's, the income gleaned from duties imposed on the wine flowing from the Gascon capital easily comprising the greatest state income. Rich as it was, though, French incursions into Gascony had eroded its ability to feed itself effectively, and the province was required to import much of its food, chiefly from England. Thus, Edward sought to maintain and even expand on this symbiotic and fruitful arrangement in southwest France, while Philippe naturally sought to destroy it for his own gain. Edward had replaced the uninspiring and ineffective Nicolas Beche as seneschal, sending Ralph Lord Stafford ahead of Derby with a small force to pave the way, while Derby himself was to make his own voyage to Gascony in May. With a length of service of 18 months and free rein to define his own mission, Derby was given sufficient force to make a dent in the region when his Englishmen were combined with Gascon reinforcements. However, having assembled his force by the 22nd of May, Derby was delayed some weeks by contrary winds. Meanwhile,
That always, listen, I know that's a common thing, but especially nowadays, to think wind is not an issue, you know? That was the primary method people used to travel across the ocean for so long. And now, we just have fucking giant engines that propel us through the water. Even a giant cruise ship can travel fucking from here to here in like one day. It's insane.
the Gascons had already moved to strike their French foes, and Stafford moved to besiege the French garrisoned Blaye and Langon. The effect of the small-scale Gascon attacks was to pin down those smaller French garrisons and to force their call for reinforcements. Those fighting Frenchmen not engaged thus were prosecuting sieges of their own. However, August 9th would finally see the Earl of Derby disembark to shake up this stagnant series of sieges into an outright offensive campaign. Wanting to make as big a political impact as possible in the reduced time he had, Derby immediately recalled the men prosecuting the siege of Blaye, and after combining forces with Stafford at Langon, decided to take on the largest French force at Bergerac. So in a quick march, he surprised...
Henry just wants all of that smoke. He's like, okay, where's the biggest force? Alright, guys, let's go fucking kick their ass.
...and fell upon the enemy, driving them from their siege.
I like how it's Henry, and then Henry. Henry and Henry.
...of Montcuq, and in a running battle slaughtered or drove them across the river. The rout was so successful that Derby's army swept into Bergerac by storm. The battle and Bergerac's fall sounded alarm bells for the French leadership, and now the region was firmly under the gaze of Philippe. The Duke of Normandy, Jean, was given overall command of the response.
Why do I have...
Derby remained in the looted Bergerac for around a fortnight before marching on Périgueux itself. However, though its defences were poor, the large garrison made a direct assault inadvisable, and Derby instead took surrounding settlements and blockaded it, only to be driven away by a large detachment of Jean's army under Louis of Poitiers. The French may have felt assured at Derby's withdrawal in early October and set about the reconquest of the surrounding settlements. To this end, Auberoche was put to siege, not before word was sent west to Derby at Saint-Emilion. Again, doing the unexpected, Derby and his small force once more rapidly advanced, this time catching the besieging French army at dinner on October 21st.
Just imagine
A ferocious melee broke out, and with the decisive attack of the castle's garrison to the rear, the army of Louis was broken, suffering heavy losses. The Battle of Auberoche crowned a
ransom from these battles were rich indeed. Derby himself was said to have made enough money from Bergignac to rebuild the Savoy Palace. His profits from Jesus.
brilliant campaign for Henry of Lancaster. The nominal commander-in-chief of local forces, Jean, Duke of Normandy, had no stomach for the fight, and upon learning of the defeat, marched his army back to Angoulême, disbanding it and heading north to Châtillon-sur-Indre. With his stunning campaign, Derby was effectively unchallenged in the region until March of the following year. Jean resumed hostilities with an army of around 20,000 and moved to besiege Aiguillon on April the 1st. Unable to directly contest such a superior force,
I know it's not their fault, but I hate some of these fucking French city names. They're just like,
Henry of Lancaster, now Earl of Lancaster after the death of his father, called on aid from Edward. Edward was indeed both morally and contractually constrained to oblige, though the manner in which he provided that aid was sufficiently ambiguous.
I know I'm being a bit on the quieter
Edward's
side.
army assembled
I'm
around
trying not
Portsmouth
to
in the May and
accidentally
June of
wake anyone.
1346, though exactly where it would strike was unknown to Philippe.
Downstairs, so it echoes a little bit.
Edward himself came to Portchester Castle on June the 1st to oversee further preparations, so that by the time of departure, the king had anywhere between 10 and 15,000 men under his command. Philippe was not the only man in the dark, as even many of Edward's leading men were unsure of their destination. At a council session on the 20th of June, the assumed journey to Gascony was scrapped, with the king either revealing his true intentions or amending his original plan. The real landing point would be the Cotentin Peninsula in Normandy. Philippe did attempt to cover all his bases, expecting an invasion in either Brittany or Gascony. Charles of Blois was active in the former, but had been defeated by a smaller Anglo-Breton force under Sir Thomas Dagworth.
I guess people are just going to be deceived thinking
The Duke of Normandy remained fixed in place at Aiguillon. Aware of the threat to the north, Philippe ordered reinforcements to be drawn from
Philip sent the Count of Flanders to join Raoul, while the marshals were called north to
Jean's army under the Constable of France. Edward himself finally set sail from Portsmouth on the 11th of July, arriving at the Cotentin before sunrise on the 12th. With his army fully disembarked by the 18th, an orbit of destruction of around 35 kilometers drove many refuges into the woods or to the south. Though Edward declared...
Okay, listen, I kind of feel a little bit bad here for the French. I know I probably shouldn't feel bad for the French, because they're French, but just like, I don't know, doesn't feel right. Yeah, it's probably alright.
that no life or property be taken. This declaration was not taken.
Yo, listen. The French, they helped America become America, bro. When we revolted against these fucking English losers, alright? When we decided we wanted to put seasoning on our food, the French helped us, okay? Because the French understood what good food tasted like. So you can't say, fuck the French, when the French are the reason we have Texas barbecue. I can still hate the No, I just said you can't hate the French. What about that doesn't... Oh, you shitter. Alright, let's continue.
Very seriously. The invaders cut a swathe through the Norman land, while 200 of the original fleet of ships traced the coastline, seizing or destroying enemy ships. By the 24th, the city of Caen was firmly within sight of the invaders. Caen was the largest Norman city west of Rouen, based on the...
God, like, the largest city of... like, that's not even a fucking word. Like, I know it's this. I'm pretty sure it's wrong right here, but just, like, when I hear that, ugh. I'm just a big shithead. That's all I can really say, I guess.
Which was itself a decent barrier to incursion. The Constable Raoul II gathered all available men and concentrated there, determined to delay Edward long enough for a larger French force to muster under Philippe. The city was divided into an old and new town, the former surrounded by decaying walls that even with repairs stood little chance of effectively holding back the invaders.
Hold up, actually. I know you're gonna dislike this, Nixu. You can, and other viewers, just, my apologies. But I only have one fucking screen right now, so. I need to technically change this. Best title the fucking ever exists.
Formidable castle was present in the north. However, the new town was actually ostensibly more defensible as it was surrounded by...
Listen, I want people to at least know what they're getting into, okay? I'm gonna keep pausing this shit, so it says we only have 20 minutes left, but it really means like that there's 30 minutes. So for the next 30 minutes when people join, I want them to at least join knowing I'm doing history shit.
by water. The defending force of around 4,000, as well as the citizens of Caen, bunched into this area. On the morning of the 26th of July, the English army quickly overrun the two walled abbeys which were not defended, and quickly overrun Old Town on discovering that the constable and his men...
Seriously, you just undefended? I mean... I feel like they should have at least had some guys at the gates. Make it a little hard for them. I don't know. I was too busy laughing at my shitty stream settings to notice this fortification setups. So they have a bunch of ships there. They have this. They're going to have this fortified. They have the inner fortified, but they don't have here, here, here. I guess they don't need to be concerned about that. Okay.
The English army overrun Old Town on discovering that the constable...
Oh, the walls were crumbling. Okay, I totally also missed that. Once again, was busy dicking around with my fucking settings like a 4-year-old.
And his men had concentrated to the south. The castle was still held by the French, and a number of ships blocked the passage between the Audin, the entrance to the island also heavily defended within the Porte Saint-Pierre. Unfortunately, the river surrounding the defenders was low due to summer weather, and though the defenders at the bridges initially checked the rash charge of many of Edward's men, many other Welsh spearmen and longbowmen waded across to assault the defenses elsewhere.
Wow, so it was shallow enough they could just wade through it. That does not really fucking help anyone on the defender side at all.
Though harassed by crossbow fire, the latter assault broke through the line of ships,
yeah, of course it
firing
is. Like,
two...
what the fuck are the ships gonna do? The fucking guys can just walk around them and like climb on them. The ships have to dip. Like...
and causing the others to withdraw.
Ugh.
Smashing through the thin defenders, they then attacked the defenders at the bridge from behind. 2,500 citizens of Caen were then butchered, while...
Wow, they just butchered all the citizens? That's a little fucked.
Some defenders managed to beat their way towards the refuge of the castle, while others, including Raoul, took refuge in the towers, only to be captured later on.
I mean, you're in a tower. There's nowhere for you to go. What did you think would happen? I don't know what to say to that except you're fucking stupid.
Remaining at Caen for 5 days while his army devastated the surrounding country, Edward then steadily moved towards Paris, halting at Lisieux. Meanwhile, Philippe was still amassing an army at Saint-Denis. Edward spent 2 days in fruitless peace negotiations with some papal emissaries before pressing on towards Rouen. Finding Normandy's capital occupied by a substantial, if disorganized force, and the nearby bridge broken, the English army snaked its way along the Seine, shadowed all the way by Philippe.
Philippe wants that
By the
smoke.
12th of August, Edward was dangerously close to Paris itself, the citizens of which were in a state of near hysteria. Philippe moved to the capital itself while Edward partially crossed the Seine at Poissy, having rebuilt the broken bridge. Unwilling to indicate his true direction of march, Edward used a formal challenge to battle given by Philippe to deceive the French monarch.
Wow, that's fucking cruel.
Having specified...
The French are already getting their fucking ass handed to them, and now you gotta use deception? They're already not winning honorably. You don't need to do this. You don't need to bully them like this.
At a location south of the river, Edward sent a raiding party south in the direction of Chartres, and is generally believed to have fooled Philippe into believing his acceptance of this. Philippe amassed his army near the southern wall by the Abbey of Saint-Germain, and then marched some 4 miles south to await his enemies. Instead, Edward made a proverbial run for it.
What?
Perhaps feeling a little foolish, Philippe hotly pursued, covering an impressive 25 miles per day. Meanwhile, the English army moved slower, the abandonment of some wagons to increase speed not as effective as hoped, and the pillaging and breakaway engagements slowing the advance further. In addition, the French had deprived the English of much sustenance and so necessitated wide-ranging foraging parties for the army to feed itself.
Slower advancing then.
The result was that the leading elements of Philippe's army reached the Somme first. While Edward's army was at Erennes, Philippe's main body was encamped at Amiens by nightfall of the day and boasted larger numbers.
The fucking French language.
With Philippe having had either all the bridges destroyed or garrisoned, Edward and his tired army had few courses open to them. Rejecting either fighting where he was or taking ship at Saint-Valery, Edward pressed towards the crossing at Blanchetaque. As with the other crossings, Blanchetaque too was heavily defended. Having arrived there before dawn, Edward's men found the tide was still up, and so a long, tense wait progressed as...
Why didn't they go over here where it was shallower?
The enemy commander, Godemar du Fay, neatly lined his 3,500 men on the far bank to oppose their foes. At the forefront were 500 men-at-arms, and shooting mercilessly at the advancing English vanguard of 100 longbowmen, and as many men-at-arms were crossbowmen.
Listen, I know the vanguard are always the coolest, most respected, or they're the prisoners. But fuck, you know, like, even if you get all the respect and honor, I would hate to be vanguard. You just get fucking pelted with arrows every time. You're the most likely to be the one of the fuckers to die. Like, if there's any kind of fucking cavalry charge, you're gonna get fucking hit with a horse. Like, ugh.
However, though taking some losses, the longbowmen returned fire in kind while the men-at-arms charged ahead.
Yeah, dude, remember, who were they? Like the Bulgari? Not the Bulgari, the, Bugalesi, the Belesi, the Belagia. What were they called? You know the Roman generals, what was, not Demos, no, we just watched the video about him, now I can't remember his name, now I feel like a fucking ass shit. He was the great last Roman general for Eastern Rome. No, not Basil, the other one. Belisarius, yeah. Okay, it was Belisarius's guard, those fuckheads. Like, those guys literally were always in reserve. They just look really strong, and they never did anything. Except, literally, look really strong. They looked so strong that one time they got other people to fuck off because of how strong they look, but they never actually fought in combat. Like, fuck those guards. I'd like to be them.
To hold a beachhead.
Those are the ideal guards.
As Englishmen continued to pour in from behind, Godemar had no choice but
they killed some like fucking peasants or killed like some fucking runaways. Like I never saw him take like a direct confrontation.
To give ground, falter, and then flee towards Abbeville, pursued all the way to the gates. Philippe was not in Abbeville to greet them, as he had moved south in hopes of pinning Edward's army between the river and the coast. While his vanguard under John of Bohemia did manage to seize some wagons, it was too little too late, as Edward's rear guard completed the crossing, taking all of an hour to accomplish this. With the tide rising once again, Philippe was prevented from immediately pursuing. While Edward's destructive march through the Norman countryside had progressed, a separate force under Sir Hugh Hastings had been active further east. However, on the same day, Edward...
They didn't go direct to the front, they just were a flank. Yeah, okay. You know, just, normally you put your super elite shock troops as, like, you know, shock troops. Makes sense, you know. Why would you want to send them in the front? To show off their big dicks and say that, hey, we're better. No reason to do so.
Across the ford, this army, comprised mostly of Flemish allies, dispersed.
You know what I need to do? I need to...
With no hope of linking up with Hastings or outrunning Philippe, Edward's army headed for high ground adjacent to the village of Crécy. Though facing a larger host, Edward had chosen his ground well. His army was positioned on a gentle ridge between the villages of Crécy and Wadicourt. Crécy itself hugged the Maye River, with the forest south of that.
Okay, so that's a river.
Edward's rear was partially covered by wooded terrain, and nearby he had ordered a fortified camp built, which enabled swift retreat of wounded and storage of thousands of the arrows utilized by his crucial longbowmen. Philip's scouts reported that Edward's army was deployed across the ridge. The entire force was dismounted.
Oh shit! That's a ridge. I didn't realize they were on top of a ridge, so these guys literally have to run up a ridge to get to them. Oh, these guys are all fucked.
To the right were the men-at-arms and longbowmen, under the nominal command of the 16-year-old Edward of Woodstock, later immortalized as the Black Prince.
Okay. Yeah, you know, with that line right there, later immortalized as the Black Prince. Yeah, he's fucking young, 16. You know, look at that fucking beard at 16, dude. Like, shit. You know, with a title like that, you know he's gonna fucking kick ass in this fucking fight.
Though small in number, it was likely here, too, that some field guns were placed. To the left stood the mixed men-at-arms and longbowmen of the Earls of North.
Okay, so they got cannon, bowmen. So these guys advance even with their crossbowmen. The crossbowmen get killed by the cannons and the arrows. They retreat, they attempt with the cavalry, they have to go up the ridge. They just get shot to death. Shit. Oh, so there's actual guns, not cannons. Okay, even worse. Yeah, I think France is gonna lose this battle. They have to go up a ridge against better artillery and firepower. Plus, these guys have a really good retreating location.
Northampton and Arundel, while King Edward himself held his own contingent in reserve. The king stationed near a raised windmill that gave a good view of the battle.
I also feel like they might have some people. I know there's a river here, but I feel like that might have people hidden here just in case. I'd have a division here even if they had to cross a little river. You know, just ready.
Field. In all, Edward's army likely numbered upwards of 15,000 men, though the exact numbers are debatable. The French army had many more men-at-arms, some 12,000 who were mounted. In addition, 6,000 Genoese crossbowmen were also located close enough to play a role in the action. Finally, the chroniclers inform us of an innumerable number of infantry, most of which were following on the road from Abbeville, along with the baggage. Initially, Philippe had been advised to not engage the battle-ready English, but to march north of them to rest at La Broye.
That's probably a smart idea.
His mounted units and the Genoese crossbowmen were indeed at hand, but tired from the hours-long march.
Oh my god, this was, yeah, you just settled up, bro. Rest. You cannot go to war right now. You just marched fucking 8 billion miles. Your men are exhausted.
Without his army fully concentrated, he would also be attacking under strength. At first, Philippe agreed that hostilities should be postponed. However, perhaps he also felt that another stalemate in the vein of Bouvines in 1340 was unacceptable, both as a stain on his own honor and practically too, given it was already difficult to keep his over-eager men-at-arms on a leash. These proud Frenchmen were eager to deal death and punishment to Edward's invaders. Philippe's younger brother, the Count of Alençon, insisted he would attack as soon as he was able. Since matters were already out of his hands, Philippe decided to initiate hostilities with his more disciplined division of Genoese crossbowmen. Philippe ordered these to form the first of 3 broad groups for the attack. Behind these were formed the mounted men-at-arms of the hot-headed Count of Alençon, along with the cream of the nobility. Finally, Philippe himself directly commanded the 3rd group with the rest of the mounted men-at-arms. Though we can speak of this organization in a broad sense, in reality the attack had no defined plan, but was essentially the collective rage of the amassed French warrior elite, hell-bent on making their English tormentors pay.
Okay, so it was a bunch of spoiled rich kids upset at the English, is what I just heard. And I guess they're the warrior elite, but like, I don't know, when I hear warrior elite, the way this seems here is more just like elitely equipped.
A bloody price for their deprivations. In contrast, Edward's men awoke and took their places that morning at an almost lazy pace.
Oh my god, so they just wake up, these guys are fresh versus exhausted little fucking angsty dickheads. Oh,
their position was already strong, but Edward had also ordered.
So I'm gonna guess, here's what's gonna happen. There's going to be a really devastating loss, and then the rest of them are going to break because morale is low because they're already exhausted.
Thousands of small potholes to be dug.
Or it could be that they advance, they die a bunch, they don't fix their strategy, and then they try it again because they're French, and then a lot of them die.
To impede the charge of Philippe's cavalry. These dotted the approach to the English lines. Before any such show of chivalric bravado, however, the Genoese crossbowmen were ordered forward to soften up the English ranks. This proved to be unwise, given the shields that usually guarded the mercenaries as they reloaded were still coming up with the baggage. Fate further frowned upon the ill-starred attackers as a sudden storm broke out as they advanced. This had the effect of both muddying the ground as well as soaking the strings of the attackers, rendering their shots less powerful. In contrast, the longbowmen found it much easier to unstring their bows and keep them dry under their helms. Once the weather brightened and the enemy were within sufficient range, Edward's longbowmen loosed a series of volleys that shredded the unprotected Genoese.
Yeah,
Though
I'm not
ineffectually
necessarily really surprised that really just happened. Like, set up on the top with fortifications, and these guys are advancing at the bottom of a fucking ridge.
responding in kind, the Genoese faced grave odds in this projectile duel. Their weapons' effective range already blunted, and shooting with the sun in their faces.
Wait, never east. They're facing the east here? Shit.
Unsurprisingly, they fragmented and ran. What they probably did not expect was death to be dealt from their very own allies.
Wait, no way.
Moving from behind was the massed ranks of the French cavalry,
Okay, and that's
under
fine.
the abrasive Count of Alençon. Angered at their flight, while eager to bleed their English counterparts beyond, Alençon yelled, "Ride down this rabble who block our advance."
Oh my fucking god, are you stupid? How many men was that? That was like 6,000, right?
Located.
Oh my god. That's some monumental team killing. That's 6,000. Yo, all I'm gonna say is the French deserve to lose. Especially after that shit. Fuck,
Not
bro.
This chapter of the battle was just as chaotic as the subsequent attacks, Alençon's units cutting through or hampered by the retreating Genoese. This, of course, dulled the power of the French charge itself, along with the churned-up ground of the aforementioned potholes.
Yeah, no, like, oh, look, oh, we're gonna charge up a hill after killing our own man. But the hill's covered in pothole and the enemy have fortification and they're still raining longbow arrows. Oh, but we're the French. Oh, we just like to charge because we're the best. We're so much the best we kill our own team. Like, fuck, bro. I bet every single one of these guys are going to just keep charging and dying. Watch.
Worst of all, the devastating arrows of the despised longbowmen obliterated this first charge before it even reached the men-at-arms. Indeed, with several thousand longbowmen and a rate of around 1 shot per 5 seconds, the sky must have blackened with these volleys, the horses of Alençon's men-at-arms hopelessly vulnerable, throwing their riders as they fell or broke their legs via the potholes.
I mean,
only
it
a
would've been
few of
better
the
to go
4,000
around.
or so cavalry group made it through to their intended victims and were easily dispatched.
seriously, dude, you were already
King
fucked by
Philippe
then.
had
Look how
ominously
many of you were
raised the
dead.
Oriflamme banner to signal no quarter to his enemy.
And then all
Similarly,
these guys are
Edward
gonna die the
declared
same
no
way.
captives would be taken.
Nice.
A sound decision, given the brutal math of the situation. Even if he had desired to do so, he could not spare the men to guard such prisoners. Now the once brazen survivors of the Arrow Storm were unceremoniously ripped from their horses, many English and Welshmen perhaps taking grim pleasure in dispatching their French betters with a stab through the visor or in an opening at the joint.
Don't really blame them. At
Among the
this point,
dead-
like, there's not enough of them. You just pull them to the ground and stab them through the joints. 4 fucking peasants, schwank, schwank, schwank. It's a British thing to do. The British are really good at schmanking with them knives. Go to England right now and you gotta be afraid of the same thing. Schmank, 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 boys. Schmank, schmank, schmank.
Ed was King Philippe's reckless brother, Alençon. Yet the destruction of this first wave of French cavalry only seems to have encouraged further charges.
Ah, yes.
Philippe.
They should have put American as the gunners. Listen, it was already over at this point. They're like, the French are like, wow, guys, our charge didn't work. Let's charge again. Hey, guys, that charge didn't work. Let's charge again. It's gonna work this time.
Must have painfully realized the
fuck are with
extent
these
of the
idiots?
disaster and his own impotence to stop it. The momentum of battle was simply too irresistible. As more units entered the field, it fed into the general
John of
advance
Bohemia,
towards
you're
the
gonna
English.
Die.
One particularly famous, if sad, attempt to break the English ranks was made by the blind king of Bohemia,
Oh, he's gonna...
aged but eager to strike at least one blow. He had two of his knights tie their horses' bridles to his, and charging fearlessly at the head of his 2,000 Czech men-at-arms, this charge largely mirrored the fate of Alençon's. Though some men did smash through the Black Prince's lines,
Listen.
emerging in his rear.
You know, there's a reason a lot of people think Wenny is a fucking idiot. And, you know, it's not really his fault when he has a fucking grandpa who does this shit and thinks this is smart.
The young Edward was now pressed hard. Geoffrey Le Bécaire writing, the young prince displayed marvelous courage, running through horses, felling knights, crushing helmets under his blows,
Damn!
and all
Hold on, let's hear that
horses
again.
felling.
So the young prince, and this could just be propaganda, but I'd like to assume it's not. He's fucking going, fighting people, killing people, and then fucking
Knights,
crushing their skulls.
helmets under his blows, and all the while he encouraged his men, pulling fallen friends to their feet,
Pretty fucking
and
cool.
setting everyone an example.
Okay, listen, these fucking men all the way in the back are exhausted ass infantrymen. You're gonna fucking have them run up this hill covered in potholes? Dude, they're all gonna fucking die.
Despite this evident skill and courage, however, a knight
Unless you
tore
make it
through
their
the press
time,
of
but I highly
enemies to
doubt it.
request aid from King Edward himself. Yet, after being assured his son was neither wounded or dead, the king famously replied, "Let the boy win his spurs, for I wish that..."
Edward was so fucking unworried, dude. He's like, let my son chill. Let my son cook.
Yet I'd, "Let the boy win his spurs, for I wish the day to be his, if God wills it, and that he and his companions should have the glory
It'd
of
be really
it."
awkward if Edward died after
The
this.
attack on the prince was
Edward
so
Black Prince
fierce
died after
as to
this.
see his banner fall.
clear he's not,
Either the
but-
fighting was so fierce that Edward's banner bearer dropped it to assist his stunned master,
Wow.
or it was ripped away by the Count of Hainaut. Either way, it was soon recovered by Sir
okay,
Thomas
that's not that bad
Daniel,
then.
to the likely relief of both the king and the prince's men nearby. Apparently worried enough after all to send some knights to reinforce his son, they found the situation had stabilized, with the prince having regained his feet and fighting on. With each charge, more and more dead or dying horses
How long
and
is Philip the fucking
should have the glory here to assist.
just got there,
Likely
basically, and he
apart
realized
the
it was
city
kinda
on
late.
and men piled up to impede the next. At some stage, perhaps unable to stand the sight of his dying army anymore,
Oh my
King
god,
Philippe
dude.
himself
No, they're
led his
already
own
dead.
force into the fray.
Why?
Philippe fought bravely, the French monarch having 2 horses slain from under him, and was also wounded by an arrow to his throat or face. Despite his courage, however, it was apparent to all that this latest assault was doomed to failure too. As darkness creeped in, John of Hainaut, along with the king's retainers, escorted the reluctant Philippe from the field. What remained of the French in arms below Edward's position was possibly charged by remounted men-at-arms, though
Dude,
given
you
the
don't see
aforementioned
the fucking look at my face. I got like this little like lip curl of like, I'm like almost like disgust. Like I'm just really like these fucking
state
French
of the
idiots.
ground, this seems unlikely. As the night endured, Edward was likely assured he had the victory. The next morning, the true extent of the French casualties were realized. Both Edward...
Jesus fucking Christ. 9 versus... It's a 3-1. And the losses. Oh my god, the losses are not 3-1 though. The losses are like 120 to 1. Like, that's just for the fucking Welshmen. Jesus Christ. Like, holy shit. Literally less than 200. And there could have been 1,200 and 1,600 no commoners dead. Which actually doesn't make sense because the total deployed was only 2,700, so that this is higher than their estimate. But like, wow. Let's just assume 20,000 died versus 200. That's 100 times difference. Dude, if you were the French king, the first thing you should have done is realized you shouldn't charge fucking fortifications up a hill. And allow yourself to just be shot with arrows. What is with people just allowing themselves to be shot with arrows? This shit is fucking avoidable. This shit's like common sense.
Surveyed the dead, and on seeing the body of the brave blind king of Bohemia, the Black Prince was so moved as to adopt John's ostrich feather badge as his own. This intrigued tribute to his courage. The princes of Wales use the badge to this day.
Damn.
With the threat of the French army removed, Edward could now move north at his leisure. The Crécy campaign had undoubtedly been a blinding success. He first to Bologna, before finally setting sights on heavily fortified Calais. Crécy was won, but a much longer battle was about. Don't forget to play it for free on PC, PlayStation, or...
Alright, I think I'm gonna call it there. Thank you for watching, mate. Appreciated you joining me, but now I'm gonna head to bed. Take care. And to anyone else who joined the stream, take care as well. We'll be doing more streams this weekend. Yeah, we'll be doing a longer vid tomorrow, and then we'll be doing an extra long vid on Saturday. So, yeah. Other than that, though, take care, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! Oh. Well, there'll be a normal video to my day then. Oh yeah, it's past midnight already. Shit. Oh, damn. Okay, then. Well, you got me there. You got me there. I'll catch you on the flip side, though. I'm pretty tired. Adios.